Hello, hello, good morning. Monday morning. Beautiful, we're gonna get started. Another day in community. Today we're gonna do a nice energy flow. We're gonna do quite a few, little bit of sun salutations to get the body ready. If you are feeling a little bit lower back pain or belly pain, if you're having menstruating pain, this is also great for you. I would probably take it easy if you don't have the energy in terms of all the shavasana or all the sun salutations. So take it to knees, maybe meet us in downward facing dog or modify your downward facing dog. And I'll always walk you through that. Or just see where you want to take out some sun salutations, come back to child's pose, just meet us at the next pose. So you'll see as we go, I always give a lot of modifications and a lot of variations, even if they're just verbal cues. Beautiful, let's get started as we always do, seated, getting present, bringing all of our awareness here now. Beautiful, for one more breath. Beautiful. We're going to do one more breath, but we're going to do with doing a full body scan. So noticing your alignment, start to bring those ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, pulling up slightly through the crown of the head, making sure that chin isn't too up or too down, maybe pulling it back slightly. Beautiful. Bring in the belly. Notice where the sit bones are. Bringing awareness down the legs, to the toes. Beautiful. And we're going to begin in child's pose with a little variation. We're going to give it right to a toe stretch. We all know sometimes it can be all the way from the toes that we're experiencing sensations through the lower back, through the shoulders, through the neck. So we're going to start off giving a stretch right in the toes right away. So knees can come out like you do for child's pose. We're going to keep the toes tucked under. Make sure you can get onto the ball of the feet. Bring those hips down and then lower down. If you need to, fist over fist for the forehead. Beautiful. Let's get into that child's pose. Focusing on still lowering the hips down. Beautiful, for one more breath. Let's bring it up, untuck those toes. Beautiful, now bring it back to your child's pose with toes untucked. For one more breath. Bring it up to tabletop. Pushing the palms of the hands, stable table here. Knees underneath the hips. Breathe, push through the shoulders. And let's start with those cat-cows. Drop the belly, lift the chin. Bring it all in. And keep repeating the process. Drop the belly, lift the chin. Bring it in. Repeat. Beautiful. Keep using your breath to pace it out. Beautiful. Bring it back to stable table. Beautiful. And let's extend that right leg out behind us, pushing it under the toes to the ball of the foot, and then push through that heel, leaning back. Beautiful. Come forward slightly, lifting up that foot. Squeeze in the belly. Squeeze the glutes. And then let's cross it over to the left side. Place the foot down and give it a look. Nice little extension through the right side and compression to the left. Beautiful. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring that left foot right back, that right foot back to stable table. Breathe. And then let's extend that left foot back, tuck in the toes, push through the heel. Beautiful. Bring it forward, lift it up. Beautiful. Drop it over to the right side. Give it a look. Bring it back to center your gaze. Bring the leg back to center. Stable table. Breathe. Beautiful. Prepare for your first downward facing dog. Tuck in those toes. Lift the hips back. Beautiful. For one more breath. Looking forward. We're going to raise the right leg back. Send it through. Step it forward. Breathe. Bring the hands up. Breathe. Step it forward. Forward fold. Let the arms go ragdoll. Make sure you have nice even footing. Breathe. Roll it up. Mountain pose. Check on the alignment again. Shoulders back, palms face forward. Breathe. Make sure you're not trying to lock those knees. Push into the feet. Beautiful. Tall mountain. Let's bring those arms up. Optional back bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step it back, high plank or knees. This is where you could take knees. Knees are further back, so you can be doing almost a knee push-up as you lower down. Chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra. Beautiful. Tuck in the toes, lift the hips. Start bringing those hips back as you tuck in the toes. You can keep it down here, stretching back, or you can lift the knees, still stretching back, or straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Those are the modifications you can take at any time. Beautiful. Lift that left leg back. Send it all the way through. Beautiful. Look at your drift, see something not moving. Bring up the hands in prayer. Beautiful lunge. I like to keep it a little bit leaning forward all the way from the hip. And I can push into that back heel, even though it's lifted. You know, I'm pushing the mat apart. Breathe. Beautiful. Step it forward. Let it all go. Ragdoll. Let the arms go, the neck. Push into the feet. Breathe. Roll it up, mountain pose. Belly in. Beautiful, tall mountain. Optional back bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step it back to your high plank or knees. Beautiful, chaturanga, lower down with knees. To upward facing dog or cobra, or even baby cobra if that back is really bothering you today. Bend the elbows, lower down, and just lift the chest up. Elbows are in, shoulders are back. Beautiful. Start to prepare. Tuck in the toes. Bring the hips back. Bring in the belly. Then lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Beautiful. Looking forward, hopping or stepping forward. Beautiful. Ragdoll. Roll it up. Mountain pose. Tall mountain. Optional back bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Send it back. Breathe. Beautiful. Instead of chaturanga, we're going to lift the hips into your downward facing dog. If you need to bend the knees, bring it low, bring it low. Breathe. Beautiful. Lift that right leg back. Send it all the way through that right knee for half pigeon. Straighten that back leg. Make sure it's nice and straight behind you. Level out the hips. You can stay nice and high. I like to call it proud pigeon. Or you can lower down, but make sure when you lower down, you're not dropping one hip. If you can keep them nicely aligned and lower down, then you can lower down. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale up when you're ready. Beautiful. We're going to come to be seated on our right side, bending that back knee, bring it all the way through. I mean all the way through. We're going to place that foot on the outside of that right knee. Obviously, if that's too much of a strain, bring that foot forward. And then we're going to try to drop both sit bones. Beautiful. Be up nice and tall. Getting a nice stretch to that hip. And I'm trying to bring that thigh right into the belly. Breathe. Beautiful. And then we're going to give it a twist. Just if you're okay for twist today, bring back that left hand, holding on with the right. Nice little gentle twist. We could take more of a bind approach. We're taking a gentle twist today. Beautiful twist from the hips, the belly, the chest, the shoulders, and the head. Beautiful. Bring everything back to center. Bring back that left leg all the way back. Come back into half pigeon. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop or downward facing dog. Beautiful. Looking forward, hopping or stepping forward. Ragdoll. Taking a moment, acknowledging if the right feels different from the left. We did only do the half pigeon on one side so far. Beauty. Try to take this opportunity to maybe shift the weight to the other side until it balances out. And then push into the feet and start to roll up, mountain pose. Beautiful, tall mountain. Optional back bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful, send it back, high plank. Optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. I didn't mention that. And then all the way back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lift the left leg. Bring that knee behind the wrist for half pigeon. Straighten that back leg. Make sure it's behind you. Straight behind the hip, not off to the side or too centered. Beautiful. Look at the hips. And then you can lower down if you wish. If you can keep those hips nicely leveled. Breathe. Nice deep breath. Give it 3 more deep breaths, controlling the exhale. Full exhale. Beautiful. Meeting back up to the hands. Back up to that proud pigeon. Let's come seated on the last side, bending that back knee. Bring it all the way through. Place it on the outside. Bring the hips back down. Beautiful. Be up nice and tall. Breathe. Beautiful. We're going to go for a twist to the right side. Bring the right hand back from the belly, from the hips to the belly to the chest, shoulders to our gaze. Beautiful. Bring it all the way back to center. Breathe. Bring that right leg back. Meeting in half pigeon. Proud half pigeon. Beautiful. Bring it back to knees or to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Looking forward, we're gonna come to a seated position. Now you can just drop the knees, come into a seated position. Or if you're practicing to swing those legs through, cross-legged and through. I'm getting there. It's all a process. Be in the nice seated position. Beautiful. See how your hips are aligned, shoulders, chin, ears. Beautiful. We're going to take the next one nice and slow. These movements, this is a nice little one for the back and the hips. We're going to bring the feet to the earth. We're going to stretch out the left to be nice and flat against the mat to start. Beautiful. We're going to cross that right leg over top so the ankle is resting on the thigh. When you're going to try to keep that top foot flexed. Now you can stay here. This feels like a great stretch. You can bring the hands behind. Beautiful. Starting to relax that hip. Or we're going to start to bend that bottom leg, bringing that foot to the mat. Now if this feels great to you, maybe you have to shift it out a little bit. Or if you can go a little bit deeper, we're going to lift ourselves up and bring our butt towards that heel. Beautiful. Try not to be shifting over to one side. Be nicely centered. Be up nice and tall. In every pose we take here in yoga, we're always asking what feels like we have good alignment. Let's just send out my left hip up. And I'm trying to drop this right knee. And to do that, maybe I have to lift that left butt off the ground. And that's not really good alignment. I'd rather keep both hips on the ground, both hips in alignment. If my right knee comes up a little bit, Something I just got to work on. But where can I have good alignment is what I'm asking myself in every pose. Even downward facing dog, we think we're not really looking at alignment. But if our head is too forward, our ears are in front of our arms, it's going to feel awkward on our neck. So there's that's where the alignment comes into play. Beautiful. For one more breath. Push into the hands. We're going to lift the bum off the mat, bringing it back, stretching out that left foot. Uncross the right. You have to move yourself back on the mat like I do. Beautiful. Stretch out both legs. Give them a pat. Activate the legs. Point the toes up. Be up nice and tall. Put the hands beside you. Push into the hands. Breathe. Beautiful. Release the arms. Now we're going to cross the left over the right, flexing that foot. Again, you may choose to stay here. You may choose to bring the hands behind you. Start to bring up that right leg. Maybe you're going to walk yourself over to that heel. Breathe. Let's give it 3 more breaths, nice and long. Beautiful. Walk your bum away from the heel. Straighten the legs, straighten both legs. Give them a pat. Beautiful. Now we're going to come right into our butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together. You can open them up like a book. And if you're trying to bring those wings further apart, you're going to be squeezing the glutes, keeping it really active for you. Squeezing those glutes. Be up nice and tall. Again, looking at what feels good for alignment. If it feels like you're pushing that belly forward, and then maybe it's too straining on the groin area, and you're going to feel it in your lower back too if you're pushing that belly forward. Bring in the belly, be up nice and tall. And if you want to push forward, it's going to be coming all in one line. You're going to be hinging from the hips forward. You can bring the arms in front, but we're still hinging from the hips. So I don't really want your head to reach for the feet before the hips and the belly come forward. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale up. Beautiful. Let's extend that left leg, bringing the right one in. Give it maybe a shift. Again, you want to see where you can sit on those hip bones nicely for alignment. Beautiful. Now we're going to twist from the hip, belly, chest, shoulders to face that left leg. Beautiful. Forward folding over that left leg. You can just bring the hands to the floor, the mat. If you're more of a deep stretcher, you can try to reach for that foot, ankle, or calf, Or keep it nice and gentle. That's nice too. Inhale up. Come to center. Let's twist over to the right side. Come back to center. Forward fold. If that feels really straining on that straight leg, you can bend at the knee a little bit. You can come up onto the hands. Beautiful. Inhale up. Let's change legs. Right coming out, left coming in. Again, a little bit of a shift sometimes helps. And when you're ready, shifting with the whole upper body to face that right leg and forward fold. Inhale up. Breathe. Come back to center. And let's give it a twist over to the left side. Beautiful. Center. And forward fold, nice and gentle. Again, you can bend that right leg if it's straining the knee. Breathe. Sorry about that. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale up. And we're actually going to cross this right foot in front. So they're going to be parallel the legs. So instead of crisscross applesauce, just have them parallel. Beautiful. Breathe. Forward fold. Beautiful. Come up. Switch to left in front. And forward fold. Beautiful. Clean up. Breathe. We're going to lower down to our back. Bring those feet to the mat. Beautiful. Make sure you have nice grounded feet. So basically you're not pushing weight just into the heels, but you can push weight into the toes. And again, we're going to look at that alignment, shoulders back, ears over shoulders, hands coming to the sides. Breathe, hinging from the hips, lower down. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down, palms face up. Breathe. Beautiful. Walk the feet in a little bit closer so the heels are nice and close. And then bring those knees in. And let's keep them to the outside edges of the body. So not together, but a little bit apart. Flex the feet, break, and bring it in. Beautiful. Let's bring those knees together. Let's straighten the left leg completely to the mat. If that bothers your back and you're lifting that lower back off the mat, then bring the foot to the floor, and that's okay too. If you can, straighten the leg, and we're going to cross that right foot, that right knee all the way over. So if you have the foot on the mat, the left foot, then you're going to drop the right knee and just do supine twist, dropping both knees over to the left side. Beautiful. So take what variation you wish to do today. If you're crossing that right knee over straight leg, you're going to get that left hand and you can hold on the thigh. That right hand is going to open up. You're trying to keep both shoulders on the mat for a nice deep stretch. For 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Remove that top hand. Bring back the knee to the mat. Breathe. Bring both feet to the mat. Heels nice and close. And windshield wiper it side to side first. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to drop that right leg. Cross the left knee over towards the right, holding on with the right hand. Breathe. Or supine twist with both bent knees. Take deep breaths. Keep yourself here, present. Following the inhale and the exhale, nicely controlled. Fully empty the belly with the exhale. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. Breathe. Bring both feet to the earth. Maybe lift up the bum, give it a wiggle, both feet on the earth. Beautiful. Drop it down. We're going to do that again. Push into the feet, lift the bum, maybe move it side to side, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, lower it down. One more time, lift the bum, and then slowly drop vertebrae by vertebrae. Beautiful. Let's extend the legs, lift the arms up overhead, give it a full body stretch. Beautiful. Scan the body, see what else you need today. Maybe you would like the feet on the earth for your Shavasana. You can start to drop the arms beside you. If you'd like to bring the feet to the earth, supporting the back, maybe you'd like to give one final stretch. You can bring the thighs together, knees together, and walk the feet out to the side. Nice little rotation of the hips. Nice little gentle stretch to the outside of the hip. Beautiful. Walk the feet slowly back in, separating the knees. And start to get ready for your Shavasana. Palms face up. Maybe you'd like the legs extended. Let the feet flop open. Beautiful. Dropping those shoulders back. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy to the mouth. Relax the eyes. Focusing on softening between the eyebrows, the forehead. Relax the fingers. Soften the belly. Allow the weight of gravity to relax the shoulders back, to relax the hips. Invite that gentle pressure so you can surrender to the mat. You can fall deeper to the mat. If your mind wanders, learn to bring it back by following the breath. Following the sensation of the rise and fall, the vibration that breath sends out. Keep following the breath. We're going to bring in 3 deep breaths. We're going to hold at the top of the inhale. We can't inhale anymore. We're going to slowly exhale fully, holding at the base of the exhale, making sure we've gotten out all that breath. And then another deep inhale for 3. When you're done your 3 deep breaths, Beautiful. You're going to start to waken up the toes and the fingers as you inhale. Give them a bit of a wiggle. Beautiful. And start to draw those knees in towards the chest, holding on, flexing the feet, and rolling over to one side in fetal position. Arm under head. Beautiful. When you're ready, try to keep your eyes closed, trusting yourself. Come up to a seated position. Again, finding your alignment and taking a moment here always to pause, feeling the difference in your mind, your mood, and your body from when you begin to now. And when you're ready, let's inhale those arms in all the way up, all the way up. Beautiful, taking in all the energy and the good vibes you need. Let's bring it in through center, pausing at the mind, reminding us to connect it to our beautiful heart, and all the way down to our intuition, our belly. Namaste. Beautiful. I hope you have a great day. I hope you had a little bit more energy and you released a little bit from the back or the hips. Have a great day.